Okay, so here we go. In the craziness of the world today, I've been meaning to post this for a long, long time. And so here it goes. There are 3 ways, okay, to play college golf. There are 3 ways. I don't care whatever says it. These are the 3 ways, okay? So 2 of them are out of your control somewhat, and 1 of them is within your control, okay? So we get calls, text messages, emails all the time about kids and junior golfers and moms and dads who basically will just say, I will do anything to get my kid, or I will do anything to play college golf. Okay. Well, the first thing you should keep track of, number 1, is your pocketbook. Like, you'll spend $300,000 a year to, maybe not a year, okay, $300,000 total to get your kid a $100,000 a year scholarship or a $50,000 a year scholarship. So let's just do the math, right? So, number 1, don't fall in love with mascots and school colors. Some of the best coaches in the country are not at major universities, okay? They don't have great football teams. They don't have great basketball teams. So just because they have a great mascot or school colors or a great basketball team or a great football team does not mean that the golf program is great. I could give you dozens of examples, except for I'm doing everything I can to leave names out of this rant, okay? So the number 1 way you're going to get attention from college golf coaches is your ranking, right? So let's just hold on to the ranking for a second because it's a massive topic. The number 2 way, that you're going to get attention from college golf coaches is through your score, okay? So you throw down the 68, guess what? Coaches are going to pay attention. You throw down an 88, they're not even going to see you, right? So some of that's within your control, some of it's not. And the last way that you're going to get to play college golf, and I'm sorry to tell you this, but it's the truth, life is about who you know, not what you know, okay? So life is about who you know, not what you know. And so I submit to you that there is a large percentage of kids on college rosters today that are on that college roster not because they're better than you or they're better than the other player on their team or in their high school. It's because they know a relationship through the coach. And that could be a lot of different ways, right? So let's come back to the rankings for a second. The rankings are a massive topic. First of all, the rankings are a flawed topic, okay? And I hate to take shots at anybody out there, but the rankings are so flawed, it's not even funny, okay? Now, with that said, there's value to them as well, okay? So the kid who lives in Dallas, Texas, or Houston, Texas, or Orlando, Florida, basically can go play within 100 miles. They can go play a ranked junior golf tournament every weekend throughout every month of the year. Every month of the year, right? So if you live in, Missoula, Montana, Salt Lake City, Utah, just to name some mid-major cities throughout the world, I got to turn this music down. You can't do that. You can't go play a tournament every weekend. And so not only does it put a major strain on your time to be able to go do those things, but it puts a major strain on your parents' pocketbook. So you got to have a small fortune if you live in Billings, Montana, to travel consistently to a ranked golf tournament in Texas or California or Florida or wherever, right? And so let's just say that you go to those ranked tournaments and you don't get to as many as the other. You better play really, really well in those tournaments compared to the kid who can go to 20 ranked tournaments where you can only go to 5, right? So it takes a major taxing on your parents' pocketbook to get you to those tournaments. So say thank you to your parents on hauling you to those tournaments. It also is a massive taxing on your time, like traveling from Billings, Montana, we'll stay with that, to Houston, Texas for a tournament is not easy, where the dude in Woodlands just jumps in a car and drives 5 miles down the road and boom, you're in a tournament, right? So the guy that plays in 5 tournaments ranked a year better play exceptionally well in all 5, right? The guy who plays in 20 can have a bad tournament here or there, but the guy who plays in 5, he can't. He's got to play well, or she's got to play well in all 5, okay? So there's that. And that's a massive topic. I'm not saying that there's not more, and I'm not saying that there's not value in rankings, okay? I'm just simply saying that it's hard, okay? It's hard. The second one is your score. If you are the kid from Billings, Montana, and you go to a tournament and you drop down a couple of 68s, all the coaches are going to be like, wow, who's Johnny Big League in Billings, Montana? Who just dropped a 68, followed by a 72, followed by a 69? Who's this kid, right? Versus the kid who comes from Billings and Johnny Big League lays an egg and he shoots 82, 74, or 79. Okay, you know you're a better player than that, but you had a bad tournament for whatever reason. So there's such a regional challenge to junior golf tournaments. Okay, and so the final component, and again, that's a big topic, but I'm going to talk more about this because now's the time. So the other one is it's about who you know, not what you know. So if you are not leveraging all of your parents' network in terms of who knows who and how you can get in front of these coaches and get their attention, then you're not doing what's best. Okay, so I submit to you that 10, 15, maybe even the top 20% of the junior golfers worldwide, not the best junior golfer in your area, but worldwide, they don't need any help with recruiting. They're just going to get it done through their rankings and through their score. But if you're outside that top 10, 15, 20% worldwide, then you need help. So how can I get in front of these coaches, right? And so there's a lot of different ways. One is you should be emailing them once a week, and we'll talk about that next time. You should be contacting them via phone, once or twice a month, okay? And it's not like, oh, hey, this big long-winded message of I would love to play golf at the University of Big Time. It's, hey, I noticed last week you were in Hawaii and your team played really well. 2 strokes out of first. Man, I can't wait to be a part of a team like that. Or whatever it may be. Just a short snippet email to these coaches. It doesn't have to be this big, eloquent email, punctuation correct, grammar correct, and you're being graded on the value of your email. Because I'm telling you what, right now, coaches don't care about your email on average over time. Okay, I'm not saying all of them, but if you can roll out of bed and lay down a 70 on average over time in college golf, they don't care what your email says, and they don't care that it's grammatically correct. Okay, so how do you get in front of these coaches? You got to go to these junior golf exposure camps. You have to get in front of them. It's one avenue of many to get in front of them. At camps, they can talk to you, people. Okay, they can't tell you that you'd look good in a University of Big Time polo, or hey man, you'd look good in burnt orange and white, or whatever school colors they are. My point is that you'll meet them. They'll get to know you, and more importantly, you'll get to know them, because you'll be able to see the University of Big Time that I thought was big time, their coach is not somebody I want to play for. Okay, but the University of Small Time in Podunk, Arkansas, man, that guy was great. I want to go play for him or her, right? Okay, so I'm going to table the rest of this for now. I got to pull up to this appointment. Y'all take care.